using both ones and their to refer to the same entity. Consider this example. Sustainability management in large organizations is an important activity that helps to achieve one's business goals, while at the same time reducing their environmental impact and improving benefits to wider society. Does it make sense to use both ones and their to refer to organizations in the quoted sentence above?
Whether it makes the best possible sense, one cannot comment upon with certainty, but it is neither uncommon nor new to arrange one's pronouns in this way. In this instance, you cannot help but wonder whether using two different pronouns necessarily implies two different referents, and so you reread and reassign trying to make some pair of choices so it reads sensibly. You waste a bad bit of time this way, and you aren't ever quite sure your guesses are right. A careful writer might well wish to make both their pronoun references look the same, for if they were to do so, there would be little cause for complaint. Well, except that peppering a sentence with too many instances of one and ones and oneself gets a bit heavy-handed, so a bit of relief from they and theirs and themselves, and with courage, even themselves, can break that stuffiness up. But do as thou wilt. Edit. There can be no question whether the sentence is grammatical, it is. That doesn't mean it's sensible. Colorless green dreams resting furiously is grammatical, too, and nonsense. The real problem is what we have no idea what the devil-decided passage actually means. Because that question arises, we know that it's its style, not its grammar, wherein the problem lies. Peter Scheer points out that the intended antecedent of there might be business goals, not organizations nor one. If he is correct, then this makes it the business goals' environmental impact which are under discussion here. Maybe. This may well be the writer's intent, but if so, she should have made this clear instead of making her readers puzzle over what goes where. She should throw the entire miserable sentence down the garbage disposal. This writer needs to start from scratch, carving up her long and confusing sentence into several shorter and clearer ones, and preferably ones where you don't feel like she's playing all three of buzzword bingo, pronomial twister, and nominalization balderdash at the same time. Nor any at all, really. That's all I have to say, because, doubt it though you may, I've just run out of new personal pronouns to use in new paragraphs.
I believe there's a whole generation gap between once and there. While once has been in accepted use as long as I can remember, there is still in debate. Okay, some don't like to agree and insist it is already here to stay. I have issues. So, the whole thing is to ensure the author decides where his readers belong and accordingly use either the one structure or their structure, and be consistent, never mix the two, certainly not in the same sentence as in the example.
I would say no, in the sentence. Sustainability management in large organizations is an important activity that helps to achieve one's business goals, while at the same time reducing their environmental impact and improving benefits to wider society. It's not clear what there is referring to. Is it the business goals or the large organizations? Who is one? Generally it's a non-specific person, or perhaps royalty are prone to this, me. It's a singular pronoun. It does not refer to the large organizations. The word one should be there. And you can probably remove the second there, because benefits are not attributed to anything in particular either. The second there could remain, but might be more awkward than removing it. Sustainability management in large organizations is an important activity that helps to achieve their business goals, while at the same time reducing environmental impact and improving benefits to wider society.
It certainly is confusing. I took the pronoun one as having a general antecedent like a manager, an individual, someone, etc., which makes the implication more personal. Sustainability management, after all, should be done by a manager. Also, there can easily be linked to business goals, all of which are results of the inconsistent use of pronouns. It would be very helpful to and considerate of the readers to be clear about the references. Although there's no grammatical issue about the sentence per se, it would be a much more effective style, and thus in the writer's best interest, to present the ideas with no room for confusion.
Flashlight.